I don't normally dive in this deep this quickly, but how on earth do you take something that you love doing, something you're passionate about, especially something creative, and actually start paying bills with it? Like, how does it become a business? How do you start generating some revenue from that? Or how did you do it in your story?
It's very hard, especially with all the additional taxes when you're self-employed and all the fees and material costs. And I did not make any profit for the first year that I started. In fact, I went into debt, but at that point, I was so determined to make it work. So it wasn't about until a year in. And that was only because I was doing well on social media, which then marketed what I was making really well.
Amazing, amazing, and I can certainly relate to that. I clocked up a few credit card debts and overdrafts and stuff when I was starting my business, and I remember my mum sort of saying to me like, "We'll pay all this off and get you home, and you know you don't have to pay rent anymore and everything else, but just give it one more go." And I don't know if it was the same for you, but in that state of desperation, it was almost. I actually think, if I'm brutally honest, I think it was my pride that pushed me through. It was like just the thought of failure. I was like, "No, I'm not done with this." And it was like just do anything I had to get revenue. I don't know if you hit a sort of similar place, and then something you never forget. You know, you kind of continue riding that adrenaline almost indefinitely.
Yeah, my mom was actually very, she questioned what I was doing as well, which is funny,
Okay.
but they're really looking
Yeah,
out
yeah,
for you all the time.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't ever think I was going to be selling jewelry in the first place. And so the fact that I realized I could make it a business and I could possibly make a living off of it really kind of set a fire under my butt.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think when you've got a bill to pay and you're like, I've got no money, and it's like, but I do have products, like I just need to ship them. Suddenly, you find the motivation to be incredibly creative and almost go, do you know what? I don't know if you've had this. It'd be interesting to find out kind of how you built your brand and things. But did you find it was almost I almost don't care what I'm making, how it looks. I just need to sell some stuff, which actually is a really healthy place from a business perspective to be in. Of I just need to make things that people want. Did you find that was part of your branding journey, or actually did you go, actually there are some key principles that I'm not willing to negotiate on here?
I definitely wasn't willing to negotiate a lot of it since a lot of it or all of it is handmade. So I would be putting hours of my time into making it with my own hands. And making something I don't want to make is just kind of awful. But at the same time, you want to listen to what your customers want. And so I do, and still now to this day, ask them what they really want to see me make and then kind of put my own twist on it. So I still enjoy it and it's still something they really want.
Yeah, and I really like that.